Action.
Thank you. Hi, good afternoon. My name is Inés Bebea. Yeah. And what I'm presenting here is my ideas for a PhD thesis, which is called IPID Pedagogy for Studying Capacity Building Initiatives Around ICT. I'm worried and interested in IT training. Okay, why? My background is in telecommunication engineering. And in the last 4 years, I've been working for an NGO as project manager in developing projects in Latin America. So I mostly well know the rural settings and how ICT is being introduced in the health sector. And probably that's why I'm presenting the health part of IPID. Just because the context I want to study is the context of ICTs in hospitals, how health workers deal with it, both in the administrative part and also in the clinic part. As I was project manager, I came to fit maintenance issues related to the ICT projects. But later on, I also realized that it was not exactly technology, the most critical thing in this kind of settings, but it was much more the people involved in the projects. Decision makers, health workers, users, beneficiaries also. And this is actually my contribution here is I want to take care about people. One thing I think is basic as of human nature is that we give meaning to the things we do. I think also users need to give meaning to what they are doing. And in this sense, I want to understand how they deal with technology, what they want to use it for. And I think for me that's an important question. What's the purpose of technology in each setting? So I came back then to my master thesis, and at that point, and review literature, and I found that many times the discourse came to show that technology is actually the goal. I mean, we don't really care that much about the people. Even from social sciences, people are typically subjects of study. And from computer science or engineering, people are like the users spoiling the whole thing that we have designed. I think important is training. I've studied sustainability factors affecting ICT projects, like technical part maintenance, economical part, also human factors and capacity building factors. And now I'm pretty much focused on training. So now I want to present to you, with the help of the colleagues here, a couple of scenes. And later I will ask you what you have understand from the setting. Okay, and we'll also ask you to participate and to get your opinion and also your involvement in the scenario here, to see how things could be anyhow else. Okay, so now please the first scene can start.
Okay, now we come to wrap up our Internet and Being Online activity course supported by the Inter-American Development Bank. So, what have we learned during these past 3 or 4 days? Internet is about progress, it's about information, it's about being connected all the time, being online, getting all this cool information, sharing with everybody. Internet is about being layered. It's about the physical layer, it's about the data link layer, it's about IP, it's about HTTP. Basically what's genius about it is that you only deal with this layer. You don't really care about these hidden 4 layers because there are IT professionals that they take care of that for you. Internet is about different networks. You have LANs, you have WANs, you have VWANs, you have RVWANs. And these are very important acronyms. They have 3 letters and they have 4 letters. Sometimes they even have 5 letters in them. So, oh, I just got an SMS about a notification about my flight that I have to take. My flight was delayed for half an hour. Oh, I'm very connected. So, anyway, I'm sure that this course was very comprehensible because we really take care about comprehensibility. That's why we use the board. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to interact with us. We're very happy to really be here.
Why do you have 3 separate? Why is the monitor separate from the CPU that you spoke about?
Was the one separate from one? Sorry.
I don't understand what you said about all of this.
Oh. Well, I will definitely take that into consideration, but these are very connected with each other, and
So the
we
computer
paid
connects
special.
us.
Yes, yes,
Right.
it's all about connection. So,
Okay.
and I think we pay special attention towards comprehensibility. So these should be comprehensible enough on some level.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So if you focus around the nodes, it's all about sharing information. You can share files, you can get online and see the status of your flight, and then you're connected.
Yeah,
You get information.
that's great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I have to catch up my flight, so thank you very much. I'm always
Yeah,
happy to
thank you
answer
for
any
all your
questions.
help.
We care about you always, and we're going to see you sometimes.
Thank you very much.
Okay, now after this training for health staff in a hospital, we have a second scene. In a typical office, administrative statistic office in a rural hospital. Okay.
The gentleman is so funny.
Hi Christine, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Good, how's your work going?
It is boring sitting all this work on paperwork, but I'm still on computer. Do you use it? Because I can't use it to put the details in the computer instead of doing it manually.
This one? Well, it's been lying around, I've never used it.
If there's somebody who can help us on how we can
No,
use it,
you can use it, sure.
but we need some connection. They need to install the internet. If there's someone who can,
Well, I can call someone.
okay.
Let's do that. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, we need some help with using a computer.
Yeah, can you provide the MAC address, please?
Sorry?
Can you provide the MAC address, please?
The address, okay. It says street number 5,
What?
building 3.
No, I'm talking about the MAC address, otherwise I cannot connect and get into the system so that I can troubleshoot your computer via VNC.
Do you
See?
know what a MAC address is?
Yes, the MAC address you
MacGyver.
have to get it from the computer. You have
Can you
to
please hold on a minute?
Yeah?
We have to like.
I'm sorry.
I mean, yeah, just you know, just to keep it simple. Is it a laptop or is it a desktop computer? Or is it
It's a
server?
desktop.
It's a desktop, okay.
Yeah.
Is it on?
No. How do you turn it on? You know how to turn it on? Why don't you turn it on?
Okay, it's not on, okay. Okay, let me do a check, okay. Do you have light in the room? Is there electricity there?
Yes. It's a nice
Okay.
and bright room.
Okay, that's good enough, that's good enough, okay. Then, do you see a plug somewhere around the desktop?
Yes.
Isn't it on?
I will turn it on.
Do you know how to do that?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Turn it on, please.
Okay, I've turned it on.
What do you see on screen? Do you see the number, the code of the computer, like PC0592 or something like that?
No, tell me you need to install some social media.
So my colleague says you need to come over and install the software.
Well, you know, I'm sorry, but you know, I cannot do that. Sorry, I have to take care of the voice over IP system we just installed, and you know, that's plenty of other people that calling
But
me
you
now.
are a computer help support. You're supposed to help me use my computer.
I know, I'm sorry, but you know, if they put all the burden on me, it's not my fault. I mean, I'm this.
Well,
you know,
you're
a
just
shorter
useless. There's no
person,
point
right?
talking to you. Thank you. Bye bye. You know, just use your paper, please. That's easier. Okay? All right. Keep going. See you.
Thank you very much. So could you please help us understand what happened here? Some of you can tell the story that took place, please.
Okay, the first play,
Sit down, sit down.
the first play clearly shows that most of the IT instructors are not well trained. You get my point. Likely in most of the underdeveloped nations. I went to so many training schools. I had my first day in the UK. Going back to Nigeria, I wanted to take some CCNA and professional courses. When I get there, most of the instructors teaching, they don't even know what they are teaching. You get my point. That's what I understand.
Anything else for the first scene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was able to see the importance of internet. It's about communication. And that computer is about connections. What I learned from the first presentation.
Okay. May we think about what was important for the trainer to train and what might be important for the user to learn?
Maybe
different expectations.
Different
expectations on the side of the trainer and the user. The user needs to know how to use it, and maybe some vague idea. The user is not interested in this today.
Okay, so we have different expectations. We have maybe that the trainer is not properly trained on the context, please.
I think in both scenes we have like a lack of communication, or like a communication to different languages spoken, because in a way it seems like the technicians or the teacher that is more tactical, they are focused on their languages and they don't think properly about what the other people understand. So sort of mono communication. Kind for me, but I don't really care if you understand or not.
Okay, so languages and communication among people. For the second scene.
Just for the first, running back to your question, you said that you felt that some of these people did not know. The instructor who was going about it, do you think that there's some link there, the way he was saying, and then this notion of not being trained? I mean, not knowing? Well, let me put it this, do you think he was showing off?
Sorry, come again.
No, he's saying that I know all this stuff, and then say that, then you think, oh, this guy knows. Is it like a symbolic aspect of training?
Yes.
And I think a lot of people do that because I've done a lot of research on training. I started on so I was very interested to see some of the aspects. One of the things that you want to establish some kind of credibility, and you have the more
Is it part of role play or?
Sorry, I'm overburdened.
No, the point is that then you go in and you start saying all this kind of stuff, and everybody thinks, wow, this guy is an expert.
Yeah. But in the back end, he's not really.
No, he's doing his stuff. There are all sorts of interesting things that came out. But that's another aspect of training you don't think of. You know, it's like you ask some experts, it's all manners of stuff, and say, wow, I didn't understand anything, but most know.
Okay, thank you. For the second scene, can someone summarize what happened? Please. I'd like to listen to your voice.
Like he said, he's overburdened. So he just don't want to dedicate himself to completely solve someone's problem.
Who is
he's
he?
the operator, the support guy.
Yeah.
So he's assuming that what he's saying is they can follow him on the other end, but it's not always that the users are up to his knowledge. So they get annoyed and they feel like they are being mistreated somehow, that he thinks he's so important and he can't help them as they want to be helped. So they just turn back to the traditional ways. Oh, let's forget the technology.
So the relationship between the users and the IT support guy.
It just breaks down, and then they will tell their friends, oh, this doesn't work, just don't call them anymore. I tried it once. And
So there is actually some learning from the experience they just had. I mean, so they will act in consequence in the future regarding technology, regarding what they have lived here.
Yeah.
Okay. And what would you say about the users themselves? How they deal with the situation?
The same in this workplace, it's like the motivation, why they are using this ICT. That part is missing. They don't know the context why this ICT is actually why they are using. The user doesn't know why I'm using this ICT.
They
Yeah.
here?
The
Well, they
users.
were actually not using. I mean.
Yeah, they don't know why this ICT has been put here.
Okay.
So what's the purpose of this ICT?
Mm-hmm.
And the teacher, he doesn't know the context, what kind of content I should deliver to the user. So he just imposing somehow his ideas, not understanding the actual needs of the context, what kind of knowledge actually they need. So that part is missing. Because of that, the motivation is somewhere missing in both parts. So it seems like they're taking this ICT as something not related, they are developing.
With the processes they typically have. Okay. Is there any relation? Can you find any relation between scene 1 and 2?
Yeah. I mean, the ICT help desk manager, he is like more a corrupted person because he didn't use his knowledge to help the people. So for me, he's doing corruption. He's not doing managing his knowledge.
Bad corruption or soft corruption? What's corruption?
Yeah. Well,
I think abusing work is like soft corruption or something like that.
Yeah. I don't like corruption. Corruption is the proper word, but I like the idea of when someone has knowledge, whether the responsibility is sharing.
Yeah, he's not doing that. So.
That's a good point. Okay. Thank you. So, what can we do now? I mean, we have reflected a little bit on what happened here. Do you think we could change what happened? And if we're doing ICT4D, we could propose or dream how things should look like in that setting. Maybe what we can do is let's play the scenes again. And does anyone feel like replacing some of the actors? You have pointed to different attitudes that could be different from people. You have pointed that the trainer might have a different attitude. Do you understand?
Yes.
Come on, don't be shy.
Yeah?
I can play a role, but I would rather you play than I sort of critique.
Yeah. So please, someone? Someone coming to try?
Come for the other room.
I'll be the ICT helper.
Okay, perfect. So let's do the first scene again.
So this is going to be
a little bit
exciting.
shorter and then the second.
You are the user? You're the one being trained?
I'm the cameraman.
I'll show you more for that.
You remember that scene from Blood Diamonds? I'm the cameraman.
Okay, so we can please, who is, you are the,
I am the sleepy person.
you're the trainee, thank you.
I'm the training. Oh, this is ideal training.
Well, the trainee can, I don't know, can have the same attitude, but the trainer is different. What if the trainer has a different attitude, a different vision of how training should be?
No. no, I tell you why. I'll give you background afterwards.
Can you go on a little bit?
Now, let's start with let's say, so now we have this internet. What do you do when you're working?
I am in the health department.
Okay.
And I'm in the administrative section of the health department. So my job is to maintain patient records of patients who are admitted into the hospital, what treatment they received.
So what is a patient record?
I write down when they entered the hospital, how many days they stayed, what treatment they received.
You write it on a paper?
Yeah. This is the stack of paper.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Sorry?
You have good handwriting. So then what do you do with it?
Well, then I put it in the file out there. You see my stack of files?
Oh, yeah. And then what happens to these?
We keep them because the government needs to know how many patients we've treated.
Okay.
And so this is proof of how many patients the hospital has
Do you
treated.
send a report or something like that to the government? Or?
No, they come here, they see that we've been working, I've done my job of entering the patient records, and then they give us money, so they know the money is used for the patients.
Some patients die or what happens?
Yeah, I mean, it's a hospital.
So would you, do you think that, what you're doing here is looking at the use of, well, who would use your report? If you would rather, if you can change something, what would you?
You know, I don't get paid to answer so many questions. Maybe you can think after lunch.
Well, yeah, let's meet for lunch and I can tell you about this. But I mean, so what are you happy with your job?
Yeah, I get paid for my job,
Ah.
so I like my job.
Let's just, sometimes if a doctor comes to you and said, there was this report that you filed, and you know what? I read that report, and from that I knew that this patient was in critical condition. So I rushed, and I got just in time, and the patient was saved. And then all these, the relatives and all, they came in and they said, doctor, thank you very much. I said, it's really, I only did part of my job, but there was this person was filing this report. And they said, could we meet her? And so they would, if you want, we can meet them next week. Would you like to? They'd like to come and thank you for what you did. Yeah, okay. So,
sorry, excuse me, Professor, you have two minutes to leave the hospital because you have to run out.
Yeah.
Meeting.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. I know. So anyhow, so you see what you're doing when you file these reports, they're useful for that purpose. You see the use of it now?
Yeah, my work is useful.
Absolutely. So now you know what I want you to do? It's when the next session in the training, forget about all these textbooks and manuals and everything like that. Just write down what you do. And then I'll show you how perhaps the computer can help you.
Okay.
Is that right?
Okay, sure.
All right. Yeah. Okay. We'll see you next week. All right. I got to rush now.
Okay, so let's go for the next.
Sorry.
Does anyone want to replace me?
I hope you think
We can do it faster. How? Just call the.
Oh, so you have to go sit.
Okay.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
What are you doing?
Writing the records so that I can file them.
Oh yes, of course.
But I can say a computer under the table,
Mm-hmm.
and I know how to use.
You're smart.
Yeah.
You know how to use a computer.
Yes. So
Well, you know, I went for a training session. I didn't really understand much. Did you? Or you already knew how to use one?
I'm new. It's my first day at work.
Of course. So you want to use the computer?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
But they need to install some software in the machine.
All right, let's try. Let me get the computer.
Okay.
And is this on now?
No. We have to call someone so that he can come in for us.
All right, I'll do that. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Hi, I'm calling from the Health Services Department, and I need some help with a computer.
Okay, how can I help you? What's the problem with the computer?
What's the problem with the computer?
He has to come with the software so that he
Can you come with the software and help us install it?
Okay, that's great. Can you give me like 15 minutes because now I'm like distant from your area, so.
Sure, I can do
Okay,
it.
I'll be there within 15 minutes.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, no problem. So, you can use it now. Everything is ready.
Wow. Instead of writing them down, now can be adding them into the machine.
That's great.
Yeah. And the data can be stored in the computer instead of filing them.
But what do I do then?
I will show you how to use the computer.
Oh, another training session, no!
Okay. Thank you. So what we have been seeing here is now a different situation. Okay. Just to be very strict, we have seen the new IT trainer. Okay, with a different attitude of how to think. Now, what can be interesting?
That's what we did. Is it, you know, people say
The trainer.
I'm training. Knowing the user needs.
Okay, the trainer tried to understand the user's need. Okay. But okay, in the end, he actually didn't have time to finish the training session. Actually, he was pretty much worrying about understanding, and maybe next time he comes to the hospital, he can help a little more. So thank you. And what about the IT support guy? Suddenly he was not busy. Suddenly he was very gentle and engaged to help.
And there is no Facebook or Twitter.
Okay, I think that solution was a little bit magic, wasn't it? I mean, the context was that he's really busy, and it's not that he's a bad person. It can be that he is not willing to teach the others, but it can also be that he's an overloaded person. So it could be something more in between, maybe, to be more realistic. Can it be? Okay, thank you. So, well, here I tried to, well, to see all together what can be around training. I find this something very inspiring. This is Bertolt Brecht, one of his reflections. Then I have noticed that we put many people off our teaching because we have an answer to everything. I typically think that this is something that happens when we try to teach people how to use technology, as if there was only one way to use it. Okay. So what comes to my mind when I think about this reflection is, okay, if there might be other ways to use technology, maybe we can explore it. Maybe we can help people